Hey everyone, hope you're having a wonderful week. Wanted to give a quick shout out to a lot of the groups that I know are meeting for the first time or second time. This week we got a lot of new groups starting here over the next couple weeks, and just want to encourage you for giving small groups a chance. We're really excited for you. This week we were in the, fifth week? Yeah, fifth week of our series where we're walking through Revelation. We were in Revelation 4. It's pretty short. It's like 11 verses, and so you can take a moment and read through Revelation 4 as a group. There were really two big ideas this week. They're pretty related to one another, and the first is that heaven, or the throne room at the center of reality, whatever you want to call it in Revelation 4, is apparently a very loud, rowdy, and joyful place. Second big idea related to that is that the good news is always better than the bad news. And I know there's a lot of bad news out there in the world. There's a lot of bad news in our lives. And yet the good news of the gospel is that the good news is always better than the bad news. So first two questions, and they're the same every single week. And that's because trying to answer these questions, it's not filling in the blank, with some standard stock answer. But this is really just meant to create space for us to talk honestly about our faith and what's going on with our lives and about what we're seeing in Scripture together. So first question, what was most interesting or encouraging to you this week? Second question, what was most challenging? What raised questions for you? What did you not understand? What did you not agree with? And again, I always remind you, it's okay if you didn't agree. I don't even agree with myself all the time, so it's okay if you didn't agree with something. Question number 3. Do you struggle allowing yourself to be unequivocally happy about the good news of the gospel? Why or why not? Question 4, somewhat related, is how can we be responsibly aware of the world's and our sadness while not being overcome by all the sadness? We've mentioned a number of times that this is really challenging nowadays because we're so aware of so much sadness and suffering all the time through media or social media or whatever it is. And when you just got this constant, heaviness of the world's sadness being pumped into your ears, being put before your eyes, it can be really hard to not get overwhelmed by it. And so how can we be responsibly aware of all the world's sadness and our sadness while not being overcome by it? Our action step was to take the time this week to be unequivocally happy. And that seems like it would be really easy, but if you've ever tried to do it, it can be a lot more difficult than you might think at first. And so as a group, talk through what are some things that you can do, some practices, some space you can carve out that'll help you to be unequivocally happy this week, because the good news is better than the bad news. And so it's not only okay, but it's important to take time to be unequivocally happy. Hope that makes for a good discussion and you're enjoying our walk through Revelation as much as we all are. And I'll see you on Sunday.